Hello, you lovely, lovely people, and again, welcome back to this glorious Thursday. A bit cloudy, but it doesn't matter, does it? It's still warm. I want to talk about two things today. One is about the earthquakes and the shoddy building, and the other thing is the stigma that is placed around older foreigners going with younger Filipino girls. So I think I'll talk about the earthquake first. And it's, the previous earthquake that we had over a week ago now was 6.9, as we all know. Now, it was a bad one. There was no doubt about it. I'm in Mindanao, and we felt it here quite bad. All the things we're doing, this and everything. But what normally happens here is when they put in, let's just say tiling, when they tile in with these 60 by 60 tiles, and I don't know if you've noticed, but they don't leave a gap here. So they butt the tiles up tight together here. Now, when I was first in the Philippines, and I was living after the breakup of my first relationship here, I was in a rented accommodation. And again, the tiles were butted up tight. And the earthquake was a 7 point something. It was a big one. And that was around about 8.5 years ago, I believe. And I was in the bedroom. It happened about 8 o'clock of a night time, that. Because I remember I was in the bedroom and I was on my phone and I was contacting England. And I heard this crack, 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 crack. Now, what the heck's that? I thought, their building was cracking up, but it wasn't. It was the tiles popping, pop, 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 pop. And the reason for this is because two reasons. One, they use a sand and cement based here. Well, we all know cement doesn't give. You place a bit of stress on a bit of cement and it will crack. And the second is there's no space in between the tiles for the movement, so they're pushing up against each other. So if you're having a place built out of your people and you get the Filipino workers laying your tiles, make sure they use a tile adhesive. If the floor is too like this, which it generally is here when they concrete a slab, you can screed it. You can do a screeding before you put the tiles down. Screed it, level it, let the floor dry, and then lay your tiles. But I would strongly suggest, because most of the tiles today, they are not designed. They are not the old tiles where they were designed for sand and cement. These tiles are not. They are designed for adhesives. Adhesive moves in. Leave that gap. Leave that gap. Get some tile spaces. Do something. But if you're doing it yourself, research it. If you're not a tiler, research it. Because laying 60 by 60 tiles is not easy, people. Because they're big. You get one side out. It'll flip up one side or the other. But get some 3mm, 4mm, or even more. It depends on your your liking, but definitely leave that gap, okay, in between your tiles. Now, getting that out of the way, the stigma that's placed around older expats going with younger Filipino ladies. I'm one of these. There is a 20-year gap between me and my wife. Now, when I came here, the first girl I was with, the age gap was very minimal. It wasn't a lot at all. I think 6 years or 7 years age gap. And I saw these foreigners in where I was at, in Dipolog, walking around with younger ladies, and I was like, ooh. And this is because we are used to being brought up in the West, okay, where your mum and your dad, or yourself and your partner, your ex-partner if you divorced, or anything like that, there was never that much of a gap, so we aren't really used to it. Only if you come in here for that, and that's a different ball game altogether. But me and my wife, there was a gap, and when we got together, I always used to say to her, I said, there's a bit of an age gap here, Mira. I don't know if I like it. And I was actually quite ashamed, and I'm going to be honest to you people, I'm going to be honest, I was ashamed to walk out. Because I was thinking, what are people going to say? What are people going to think? Because I know how I was thinking. But the people I was looking at had big age gaps. Like they were, the man was 70 years old, his partner might have been in her 20s or 30s or something. But after doing it, it took me a long time, I will be honest. After doing it for about 4, 5, 6 months, I realised the people weren't looking at her. They were looking at me, because at that time there wasn't very many foreigners here in Dipolog. Now there are more and more, because Dipolog isn't a touristy area. It's really not. It's got a lovely long boulevard. It's got a few little attractions, but nothing where you think, I'm going to book a holiday to Dipolog. People normally go elsewhere and come down to Dipolog or up to Dipolog. But I was kind of, ooh, what are people going to say? What are people going to think? And that's only because of the way we've been brought up. Here, it doesn't really matter. Yes, I think when there's a big age gap, but hell, who are we to say anything? Let's be honest. People who do come to the Philippines for a woman, they trying to upgrade. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way about women in the West, but they are purely trying to upgrade from what they are used to in the West. You know, some of the women in the West, not all, some, they're mourning, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. You know, oh God, it really got on your nerves, didn't it? But here, when you find a good Filipino, they are very loyal and they are understanding, even with that cultural gap. And the traditions here are totally different to ours. But when you find a good one, and it is for love, if it is for love, and if it's not, here's another thing, I've got to say this, if it's not for love, and you're happy with that, then it doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter. You get many people saying, oh, it's transactional, this, that, and the other. Oh, so God, most relationships are transactional. Most women in the West, the same as here, are wanting to go with someone, here a foreigner, because they are going to take them out, possibly take them out of the place where they are and give them a better life. Not all the time. Many foreigners come here who are not rich. They've just got enough. But I think even with the small bit of money that they have, they're still going to take them out of where that Filipino was. If it's a province girl. Now, what I would say, a lot of these people in the West, and the cockles are talking to each other. It's annoying, isn't it? These people in the West, when they see their friends come to the Philippines and they get a younger girlfriend, some of them are happy for you, but a lot of them are envious. And they think, ooh, dirty old pervert. This is what they think. Look, guys, I'm being honest. I'm keeping it real here. I'm keeping it real. And this is what I used to think. And there was only, saying only, a 20-year age gap between me and my wife. And I was kind of thinking, what's my friends going to think? And do you know, when I spoke to my sons, especially my second son, Leighton, and I told him, Dad, you're a legend. Dad, you're a legend. They weren't bothered. So why should I have been bothered? If we worry about what people think about us, we'll never do anything. So what I say is sod everybody else. As long as you're happy and you're happy doing what you're doing, don't worry what people think, what people say about you. It doesn't matter. It's not them who's living your life. You are living your life. Don't let them live your life for you. Don't let them stop you from doing things, because they will. Your friends or your family that you've left behind in the West will try and bring you down and make you think, God, I'm doing the wrong thing here. This is what they're trying to do. Don't give in. Don't give them that satisfaction of making you destroy your life and your happiness to keep them happy. Because that's what you will be doing. Come here, find a beautiful girl if that's what you're coming for. But not just a beautiful girl. They don't have to be beautiful. Most Filipinos are bloody good looking anywhere. But I suggest looking what's more on the inside. Because if they are materialistic, then, you know, it might stress you out a little bit more. Find a good girl who wants you for you and doesn't keep wanting, doesn't keep asking for things. Because that's a bad thing as well, you know. You don't want to be pressurized. You're here for them. You have given up a lot to be here. The last thing you need is to be pressurized by your Filipino. Okay? And if you get that tampo, which we all do, I do with my wife from time to time, a good tip to get out of that is go and buy some flowers, some cheap flowers if you want to buy cheap ones or expensive ones. It's up to you. Buy a box of chocolates. Book a meal in a restaurant, and that tampo what they have is gone. Immediately. That's a top tip, guys. And that's all I want to say. Don't let people live your life for you. You are here for the reasons why you are. Live your life. Get rid of that Western thinking. Like, I had to get rid of it. I did when I was walking with my wife, but I said that. So don't forget, tiling, leave that gap. Don't use sand and cement like they do. Use a proper, I use ABC, AB, tile adhesive, brilliant. It sticks, it's like shit on a blanket. It'll stick to anything. And when it goes off, it goes off, guys. And with the earthquake we had no problems at all. There you go. Just take heed of what you're here for. You're here for your happiness. That's all, people. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful day wherever you are. And remember, each day that goes by, that's a bad day. When you're listening to other people, or you're going with an old, you're an old man going with, you can't replace that day. You can't replace it. So listen, all the people who are bringing you down, to them, your life, you live it, people. God bless you all. Thank you. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Very important. Thank you. Bye-bye, people.